Hey, good morning. We're in Reno, Nevada. Beautiful weather we're having. Holy smokes. This is 4th Street. This here is called Evans right here. It's called Peavine in the old days. This road here is our 1913 Lincoln Highway. The first transcontinental highway from New York all the way to California. Out here is called the Reno Brewery District. In 1903, we had all these wool warehouse, a lumber mill, slaughterhouse, lots of old relics out there. Also, when 3 German immigrants came out here, opened the Reno Brewing Company down there a couple blocks. So we're going to cross over 4th Street here, walk down, and check out these old ruins. We have like this guy here. It's called the Royal Hotel. And on the right here, this is Davidson Distillery, laid back watering hole. Got a pool table, poker, jukebox, karaoke, live entertainment on Fridays and Saturdays. So no outside food allowed, great cocktails, no reservations. They're open till 3 a.m. So I'm going to cross the street here at Evans, Peavine, check out some cool stuff. So first up, this guy here, this is Louis' Basque Corner Restaurant. It's one of our local favorites. Super popular Pyrenees community-style dining. Built in 1907, started out as a Hotel Richelieu catering to our Basque sheepherders. 35 rooms, all pretty small. Nothing special, maybe just a sink, a bed, small piece of furniture. And the bottom level is mostly a series of grocery outlets, like the old Mrs. Reno housewife, Staples and Baker. And in 1931, is Gerber's Lincoln Market, later became the Lincoln Bar in 1936. So after World War II, it was called Hotel Dude, since divorcees were called dudes. In the 1960s, renamed the Lincoln Hotel. 1963, converted to an Italian restaurant, and that really fell apart. So in 1967, the new owners, Louis and Lorraine Arrigibel, they came in and converted it to our Basque restaurant we have today. Lamb chops, sizzling pork, buck Angus, lots of sweetbreads and wine sauces. Don't forget the famous trademark pecan punch. And dinner starts here about $50 a person. We have some more old buildings down the street. So we're at 4th and Evans. Walking distance to the west here is the Row Hotels and Casinos. Today we're just walking 1 block east of Valley Road. East Street here is used to be really gnarly. Homeless encampments, drugs, crime, prostitutes, a red light district out in Reno. It's all been cleaned up pretty much, but you still have to be very careful. This building here, cool looking ornate guy, this is the Depot Craft Brewery and Distillery, built in 1910. Started out as the old Nevada, California, Oregon Railroad Depot. Elegant 2-story Italianate brick building, mission-style facade, Roman arches, red Spanish tiles. On the ground floor was separate men's and women's waiting rooms. The second floor was home to the General Railroad offices. In 1917, it was called the Western Pacific Railroad Depot, operated until 1958, then purchased by Peter Barango, and he converted it into the headquarters of the Sierra Wine and Liquor Company. Added the 15,000 square foot warehouse next door. In 2003, sat vacant and then purchased by the new owners in 2013, who converted it into our Depot Craft Brewery we have today. It's a microbrewery, rustic wood decor, fantastic food, local brews, little must stop in Reno for lunch or dinner. On the other side of the warehouse building, we have the train tracks here. It's got a strange looking gable roof brick structure. This is commonly called the Reno Engine House, but officially it's the Nevada, California, Oregon Railway Locomotive House and Machine Shop, erected here in 1889. This building is the oldest structure of its type in Nevada, and the last relic of our narrow gauge rail line. It used to move cattle and lumber all the way up to Lakeview, Oregon. In the back was a whole series of switch tracks, wooden buildings, Sunshine Laundry was here, old residential homes, and our very own Reno turntable. That's for flipping the engines around. In 1921, operated as a crane company in Nevada, and they added the small brick little section on the east there in 1940, and that was for its plumbing and appliance supply business. Anyway, it changed hands a lot of times, abandoned in 2019 when it became the Black Rabbit Mead Company today, specializing in honey-based ciders, beer, specialty cocktails, both a tap room and a production facility, $10 to $20 per person. Next door, way in the back, this is the Lead Dog Brewing Company, started in 2016, distillery and tap room, custom local beers, designed for Reno's misfits and most adventurous beer-loving community. Super welcoming, great place for a drink. And attached on the right, well, that's the Basin and Range Cellars, Great Basin Winery. I think it's permanently closed though. And finally at the end we have the Reno Fire Department. No real history, just one of our many engine stations out here in Reno. Across the street, this is the dive bar section of town. Pretty much a hangout for Reno's gay community. Anyway, this section here was plotted out on the insurance maps of 1950s. We had a foundry, machine shop, a little house, a restaurant, saloon, our Del Paso hotel, and some retail shops. Our old foundry here, this is a dead ringer analog bar today, connected to the old machine shop. It's a bar, venue, social club. Lots of underground music, community, art, and culture. This next little section was owned by Roy and Mary Calici and their 4 daughters. Where the Airstream is, that was their 1940s wood-framed house. And on the right is a dumpling queen, classic pork, shrimp, chicken dumplings, noodles, snacks. Opens 5 p.m. till late. Opened in 1953 as a little coffee shop called the Green Cup Cafe, owned and operated by Mary Calici. Later became Bertha Miranda's Mexican restaurant, then the Gourmet Burger, Davo's Little Brooklyn. Today it's the Dumpling Queen. The Airstream operates as a kitchen. And connected to the dumpling, we have Abby's Highway 40 Cocktail Lounge. Originally opened in 1940 as Calici Bar, that was owned by Roy Calici. Later changed to the Reno Bar, became one of Reno's first gay bars. 1970s, known as the Rumpus Room. And today it's our Highway 40 Lounge. Beer, cocktails, peanut butter, fashion-style cocktails. And great patio outside, too. Next, our big brick building here. This is the old Savage building, built in 1931 by Frank Savage. Top 2 floors had 40 hotel rooms, large windows, shared bathrooms, and a telephone in each hall. The bottom floor held a series of retail outlets, tire store, clothing boutique, flower shop, even a boxing gym. So over time, Frank leased out this building to a few different owners. They granted with names like the Bonnie Hotel, the Bonnie Blue Hotel Tenant, and the Del Paso. And Savage died in 1935, and his widow finally sold the hotel to E.F. Morris in 1949, came the Morris Hotel. Then in 2013, the new owners took over, renovated, and renamed it the Morris Burner Hotel we have today. Anyway, it used to be a whole army of homeless people used to hang out here on the corner. It was a homeless shelter and a food kitchen. Anyway, it looks like it's kind of all boarded up today. On the other side of the railroad tracks at Record Street, this is the new Lake Tahoe Ale Works in the Alpine. So most people remember this as Record Street Brewing. In 1929, the building on the right, that was the Alpine Glass Company, founded by the Rosselli brothers, sold mirrors and glass for homes and businesses, and later on for motor cars. So they moved up here from the 1925 location, down at 608 East 4th Street, advertised as Nevada's modern glass house. And on the left there, that was the old historic C.J. Brukin's house, dating back to the 1880s. So in 1995, the Mount Zion Baptist Church, they purchased the structure, moved up to a new site on Montello Street for the youth center. This allowed the Alpine to expand, sort of doubling the space. The Rossellis sold the business in 1965, went through a few different owners, and sat vacant for a long time until 2015, when it was transformed into the Record Street Brewing. And today, the Ale Works rooftop bar. Anyway, it's got great beer and wood-fired pizza. The Alpine, that's our music and event space. And finally, our last building here on the southeast corner of 4th and Evans, this is the Jesse Hotel and Bar, named after Jesse Reno, Union general during the Civil War. That's where the city of Reno gets its name. Anyway, this whole area, it's all flooded with homeless guys as well. But it's open today. So back in 1907, this hotel opened as the Royal Hotel, owned by John Corsiglia. In fact, John owned this entire corner. He had a house, a blacksmith, a wagon shop, and he built the hotel, mostly catered to divorce seekers who needed a place to stay for 6 weeks to establish residency. And later renamed the Rochester and the Abbott House in the 1920s. 1930s, it was the Marion Hotel. In the 1920s, the original Royal Bar on the ground floor was converted to a little grocery store called the Reno Bazaar. Also housed the Columbus Cash Market and Sausage Factory. 1930s became the Lincoln Market, and later an appliance store. The Evans Bar from 1975 to 1999. 2000 it was called the Jazz live music venue. And the popular Lincoln Lounge in 2008. Anyway, 2019, it finally became our Jesse Hotel and Bar we have today. Hey, so I hope you liked that video going down to the Brewery District out in Old Reno. We're gonna head out here to Lake Street, down to the river, check out some more old relics. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.